Hi ladies, today I thought I would come show you a day with me and also talk about emotionalism. You know, we all know what's going on social media right now. And while I think that topic is interesting, and if you want to know my thoughts, you can go over to Naturally Fashionable and Wifey for Lifey group because I do some extensive posts on this topic of self-control in relationships. But I want to talk about it from a woman's perspective because in my Leave Them Behind video, I told you guys that I am naturally a hothead. I am not a weak person. I am someone that is not afraid of confrontation. But in my life, I learned that this was destructive. And I thank God that I've been able to learn how to control myself better and process my emotions and feelings so that I could live an abundant life. And I want to talk about this today because this is something that we all struggle with, our emotions, our feelings. And as women, I don't believe it's discussed enough. So I'm going to talk today about emotions. And my father has done extensive work in the prison system in a special program that he called Spirit. And it's about diving into our emotions. And he also wrote a book. And he has a doctorate in theology. And he has worked in the prison system my whole life that I can remember. And I even used to go into the prison system sometimes to sing with my sister. So I've, been involved in this world of seeing how people have essentially destroyed their lives because of anger. And I've had to deal with my own circumstances that could have gotten me into a lot of trouble. And I want to talk about what do people typically do with their anger, fear, and guilt? And how do people handle these emotional feelings? What are the normal reactions? Because we want to understand that these painful energies that we have sometimes are all about anger. And anger comes in many manifested forms. Anger, guilt, fear, shame, disappointment, and so on. And these energies can become toxic, even though anger in itself is not toxic, because anger can help us grow. Anger can help us explore our childhood and why we feel the things that we feel and different things that have happened to us in life. It's through the arousal of our spiritual energy that helps us understand how to make the right choices and how to not allow behavior to destroy our life. And the intense feelings that heighten when we are angry or we are emotional can cause you to make the wrong choice with your behavior. And it can make you feel compelled to act out. And we've seen that here online. I think it's interesting to see how people, really have no self-control, logic. They cannot manage their feelings. They think violence is the answer. It's really disturbing. It's really, really sad, To go with the flow of anger, we all know can have disastrous consequences because anger can turn into toxic hostility or hatred with all kinds of aberrant behaviors very quickly. Even if a person does not engage in inappropriate acts or venomous language, it can change your disposition. It can cause you to have an attitude that's detrimental to productive relationships. And this is friendships, but this is definitely, romantic relationships. A lot of people consider themselves to be successful, beautiful, attractive, and I consider myself to be all of these things as well. But one thing that could destroy your relationship is your lack of self-control, your ability to really process how you are feeling and intertwine your life with someone else. Because painful emotional energies can virtually take on a life form of their own, plunging one into spiritual and emotional darkness. Such experiences can do damage to our health and life outlook. A lot of the reckless, uncouth, trifling behavior that we see people show us on a daily basis really stems from emotional abuse, childhood abuse, and pains and sufferings that people are just not comfortable with addressing or getting help for. Oftentimes we use avoidance. I've done this sometimes. These spiritual energies are driven underground into a realm of unconsciousness, but they can reemerge later with a vengeance, causing us to wonder, what happened? Why did I lose control? From the hidden realm of our souls, we have suppressed certain things to avoid certain feelings and topics. So I think that's really important to understand. You have to deal with your emotions. Therefore, when we are aroused, we must honor and respect our painful energies. When we feel angry, sad, we do need to address it. And there are methods that you can use to do this. Many people try to numb their emotions with erratic behavior, cursing people out, yelling. We know that the Black collective, a portion of the Black collective, low tier, they're very violent, they're very out of control. That is a huge problem in the Black community. But there are ways to process your feelings and stay calm. People exercise, people walk, people pray, people meditate. You can utilize your talents, the things that you love to do. Instead of instantly reacting, you can take some time to process how you feel, and then you can address the issue, because you have to address issues and you have to address pain. But sometimes it's best to process things. And I think this is great for women because we are very creative and we love to do creative things. And sometimes you just need a moment to yourself, like I said, to pray, to meditate, to think, how do I handle this? I'm kind of upset, or I'm really upset. I want to be violent. I want to say disgusting things, but how should I handle this? Anger needs to be resolved before you completely destroy yourself. You want to be able to sleep at night. Some people can't sleep. I have great sleep. I don't have any mental turmoil at night. And when you can't sleep and you can't function throughout the day, you know that a transformation needs to take place. Anger, when purified, is wonderful to help fuel your transformation. It can help you make better decisions in life, and it can also help you maintain your healthy personal boundaries. However, just as fossil fuel taken from under the ground must be purified before petroleum can be injected within an automobile, so must our raw internal anger energies be purified to come to the natural tendency to toxicity in order to help us respond to life's trials and difficult situations successfully. So we're gonna have to purify our anger, and we're gonna need to dig deeper, and we're gonna need to pay attention to how we can make our emotional energies work for us. And if that is going to counseling, I will leave an online faith-based counseling service in the description box below if you need that. If that's getting around people who know how to control themselves, getting a mentor, we need our emotional energies to work for us. And we must be able to purify those energies, sustain those energies, and maintain those energies so that we don't destroy our lives and our families' lives. And I am a witness to this. I am a hothead. It may not appear to be that way, but I have to learn how to process my responses before I respond. And I've gotten better and better and better. And my life has also gotten better, better and better. And my marriage got better, better and better. And my business interactions and everything that's going on in my life got better when I learned, I will say what needs to be said, but I'll only go to a certain point and I will think about how to process my emotions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos on this topic, let me know. I have a lot to say. It's sad to see that we live in such a violent, trifling, evil society, but there are good people out there, and some of us have changed and we're willing to change. So ladies, I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.